They're literally analyzing the words of the CEO from yesterday in the earnings call. Like, what is this, a political talk show? Are we going to dissect and pick apart every single word of every single sentence? And what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything, man. It's all talk. It's all talk. Please like the video. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. And just a reminder, at 100 subs, one of you guys is gonna win this Xbox Series S. We're almost there. Alright, so let's talk about Microvision. The saga continues, right? When will it end? Who knows? But hey, let's talk about it. So if you guys recall, what have I been saying for the past few trading sessions? I've been saying it all along. At 18, I said, I think you guys should sell. At 26, I said, I think you guys should sell. Back at 20, I said, I think you guys should sell. Today, there's a little bit of recovery. Kind of confusing because it technically finished green because it finished higher than it opened. But it opened so low because of the aftermarket trading. It looks kind of weird on the graph, but officially, Microvision is down 15.28% today. Okay, so let's try to dissect this, right? Let's analyze this. So yesterday, earnings came out. A lot of people were speculating that we could see a profitable quarter for the first time ever in the history of 28 years of the company's existence. Turns out that was a huge disappointment. The estimated EPS was negative 2 cents, and it turned out the actual EPS was negative 4 cents. So that means they missed by over double. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. And in addition, they only had $500,000 in revenue for the quarter. Everybody knows that the revenues are historically bad, but for some odd reason, over the past few years, they just get worse and worse and worse. It's decreasing at 20% a year on average, which just makes no sense, right? I posed this question to a bull earlier. I asked, well, if Microvision is licensing out their technology to Microsoft, right, for the past 2 years, because that's how long the HoloLens 2 has been out, then why are they not making any revenues? Why are the revenues so bad? And no one can answer that. All they can really say is, well, Microsoft just signed a deal with the Army, so that means moon. Again, more speculation. Nothing really confirmed. Monday, we'll see where this goes. Just looking at the graph, maybe there's a little bit more selling to go, but it seems like the worst part is over for the selling. So, hey, that's actually some good news for you bulls. I've been the bearer of bad news for a while now, but there's something to look up to. What I'm about to talk about, I don't mean to offend anybody, alright? Specifically, Microvision bulls. I'm not trying to offend you guys, I'm just being honest, alright? After the earnings call, I went on to the Microvision subreddit to see how the sentiment was, right? I wanted to see how all the bulls were feeling now that the stock got slammed. I wanted to see the sentiment. Let me show you some of what I found. So this is what the bulls are talking about now in the Microvision subreddit. This guy goes, first time, Microvision wrote about negotiations in Q1 PR, plural. Weeks before in Q4, PR only exploring. Sale of company soon. PR indicates multiple interested parties to buy at over $20. Again, guys, I don't mean to offend anyone, but this is kind of sad. I'm sorry, guys. I feel really bad for the Microvision bulls and the Microvision bag holders because it appears as if they're just looking for any glimmer of hope now. They're just desperate. And they've been beaten down so bad that any little type of good news, they're going to celebrate over it. They're literally analyzing the words of the CEO from yesterday in the earnings call. Even though overall, the earnings call was absolutely terrible, right? They're saying the CEO, Sumit Sharma, right? He's saying things like negotiations, and before they only said exploring. Like, what is this, a political talk show? Are we going to dissect and pick apart every single word of every single sentence? And what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything, man. It's all talk. It's all talk. It says here, In Q4, they said they were exploring strategic alternatives. Now they're negotiating with potential strategic partners. He says, before they chose other weaker words. And he goes on to say that he emphasizes that it was plural. Partners, not partner. Partners. Oh my god, guys, it's plural. Buyout incoming soon. I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry. This is just really, really sad. And I feel terrible. Just based on what I'm reading, it seems like the sentiment is just desperation at this point. It's hope and desperation. Because that's really all they can do. You know, they're getting excited about words now. About they used this word last time, and now they changed it to this word. And now they're using plural words. So, buyout incoming. Like I said in one of my earlier videos, this subreddit is really like a cult. I try over and over to, bring some data, talk about the charts, try to present my bearish case to these guys, and they just don't want to hear it. And I really don't understand why. When you do a due diligence, you should look at the bullish case and the bearish case, right? So let's take a look at this post. It says, Summit Sharma, Microvision LiDAR demolishes competing LiDAR solutions. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to read this guy's quick analysis or summary, whatever it is. Sharma left no doubt. No other LiDAR can compete with what Microvision has created. This includes the often hyped FMCW approach, AVA, that's a competitor. It has several enormous advantages which can now be demonstrated in real-world testing. Crucially, as 2024 mass production requires OEMs to make hardware decisions years in advance, i.e. soon. This puts Microvision is an inviolable position versus the competition. I think he meant in an inviolable. Grammar. Okay, anyway. He goes on to say, if Sharma is correct, as I believe he is, this reality will land like a bombshell in the LiDAR space. It may not be obvious immediately, but as OEM engineers get their hands on this device and put it through its paces, word will spread like wildfire. A buyout or some sort of strategic partnership is inevitable. Like I've been saying all along, this is absolutely nothing except speculation. Just because the CEO said this is the best LiDAR on the market, it's not even on the market. Just because the CEO said that their LiDAR is better than everyone else's LiDAR, does not mean it's true. Listen, alright? We have yet to see an actual product. They claim they have a working prototype. Yesterday, I was expecting some sort of demo, right? Or like at least a video? Like, how can you just believe this guy? How can you just blindly believe him saying that we have a working prototype? Wouldn't you guys want to see the prototype attached to a car and the car driving itself? Either on a video or live, right? Like, I just don't get it. There's no proof. There is no proof up to this point. This is all just talk. So, I'm not saying he's lying, alright? He might be telling the truth. What I'm saying is, you cannot invest on speculation. This is still speculation at this point. Until they release their product and drop it on the market, this is speculation. And also, when I say they should have released a video, I don't mean a CGI video, alright? I mean a real video with a real car and a real product and a real person. Now, I already showed this on one of my previous videos, but if you take a look at this graphic, right, it lists all of Microvision's competitors and their automotive relationships and their investors. So we see here, Ava, AI, Aurora, Cruise, Innoviz, Luminar, Velodyne, and Waymo. They all already have automotive relationships. Volkswagen, Porsche, Audi, Continental, Subaru, Toyota, GM, Honda, BMW, Volvo, Daimler, Ford, Hyundai, Fiat, Chrysler. Literally every single major car manufacturer is already partnered. There haven't been any rumors about Tesla and Nissan, so I wouldn't look too much into that. And in addition, they also have investors. Intel, GM, SoftBank, Samsung, Baidu, Nikon, Google. What does Microvision have? No automotive partners, no investors. And you keep saying, well, someone's going to acquire them, right? Who's going to acquire them? Everyone already has a partner. So all this talk about acquisition, again, it's all speculation. It's all speculation. You cannot put your money in speculation. Or if you do, expect to lose it. Expect a good chance to never see your money again. If you understand the risk, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have house money you just want to play with, sure, go ahead. Throw it in a speculation stock. But If this money means something to you, I would not throw it in a company like this. In addition to that, there's this claim that Microvision has the best LiDAR and is cheaper than every other competitor, right? Which is just speculation, right? That's not confirmed. But I did read somewhere that Velodyne had a product that was $500, and Microvision's product was supposed to be around $1,000. So if that's true, then this whole cheaper than all the competitors just goes out the window. Because if Velodyne can offer the thing at half the price, it's over. It's over. And also, about this whole acquisition thing, let's be very clear, all right? Even if a company did want to acquire Microvision, no company in their right mind is going to acquire it at this stock price. Every single company knows that the stock is overvalued and they will not pay that much money to acquire the company. If there was an acquisition, it would be somewhere in the $10 or less range. No one is going to pay $20+ a share for this thing. Buyouts and acquisitions happen at low stock prices, at affordable stock prices, not overvalued through the roof stock prices. So, for all of you thinking that this is going to get acquired at $20, $30, $40, $50, it's not going to happen. All right, keep dreaming. I'm sorry. Maybe at 10 or 5, I would say, okay, there's a chance, but no way. No way $20+. Absolutely not. And then, I already said on one of my previous videos, what's wrong with the revenue? Why is the revenue so bad? We saw they only did $500K in revenue. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. How can the company be worth billions of dollars? Well, it's because you apes pumped it up to worth billions of dollars. But how can it be worth billions of dollars but only do $500,000 in revenue? That's absurd. How can you possibly look at that and say, yeah, I want to put my money in this? That's absurd. I'm getting pretty emotional and passionate right now. I don't want to offend anyone. So that's all I'll say about that right now. Okay, so let's talk about support and resistance. So it does appear that there is a little bit more selling to go. And if it does move to the downside, the next line of support would be around $14, $11.70, and then $10. And then I really don't think it's going to fall below 10, but if it does, it can come all the way back to about $6. Now, if it moves to the upside, the next line of support would be around $15.60, $17.70, $19.20, $24, and then $28. So what I'm seeing here is there's a gap down from about $17.60 approximately, and it gaps down to like $16, but that's really not important. What's important is that it gapped down from $17.70. We'll just call it $17.50, all right? Now, if you guys recall from a couple of days ago, when it gapped up from 18, I said that I'm expecting at some point for this thing to come back down to 18 to fill the gap, right? Now it gaps down from 1750. So that means that at some point, I expect this thing to fill the gap, to come back up to 1750. Personally, I'm not that bullish on this stock, but the chart doesn't lie. That's what the chart says, and you have to respect what the chart says. So I can't say when it's going to go back to 1750, but I'm quite confident at some point it will. Don't know if that's a couple days, couple weeks, or a couple months or whatever, but the gap theory has been proven over and over again. Not all the time, but most of the time gaps do fill. So just like it filled at 18 going up, I think this one is going to fill at 17.5 going down. Okay, so I think this is going to be fun. I'm going to start a new segment called Haters Gon' Hate. And this is where I'm going to take comments from haters that previously posted on my videos, and we're going to analyze them in the present day, all right? So here's the first one. This is by NN. He says, next time, actually do some research before you post. You say you're doing a complete due diligence, but it's clear you haven't done any real research. Any real research will show you the short squeeze hasn't happened yet. Look up Fintel or iBorrowDesk. The shorts have not covered. Of course they are not profitable. It's a tech stock. They've created best-in-class technology. They want to get bought out so the buyer with more resources can scale manufacturing. Everyone with a smartphone has a YouTube channel now, and it's sad. Well, apparently I haven't done my research, and apparently the shorts have not been covered. Yeah, you know, because you can run from 10 all the way to like 30-something, and that's not a short squeeze. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. They're not profitable. Yeah, they haven't been profitable for 28 years, and they only pull in $2 million in revenue a year. They've created the best-in-class technology, according to the CEO, which you apes just blindly believe with no proof. This one didn't age well. Alright, here's the next one by Mr. Beeg. He says, I saw you working the counter at KFC. Figures. You people don't have a clue. Not a clue. Well, this was when I was telling everyone to sell at 18 and sell at 26. Apparently I don't have a clue. Apparently I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. No, guys, don't sell. Just hold on. Yeah, that's a great idea. Hope you guys took my advice. This one didn't age well. Alright, here's the third one. Nick Gibb. Do your DD before making a video like this, dude. Really far off. Wall Street Bets may be partaking in this, however. Wall Street Bets is not why. Their Sample A LiDAR has been out for testing, so expecting PR on that soon. Maybe not so coincidentally, they have moved their earnings call up. Expect to be positive news. This was not a squeeze. Yeah, this is all PR. This is all marketing. This is all hype. You're riding the hype train. The hype train is dead. This was not a squeeze. Yeah, same thing as the last guy said. That's stupid. This was definitely a squeeze. I don't know what you're talking about. If 10 to 30 something is not a squeeze, man, give me whatever you're smoking. I need some of that stuff. All right, this one is by Verpmaker. He says, man, you don't understand anything about this company. You just look at a chart. They are releasing earnings earlier than expected on Thursday, where Summit will speak on the results of the A sample. This run-up isn't the result of a Wall Street Bet squeeze. If this thing goes past 1950, it's on to the upside. But wait, there's a part 2. Hey, weren't you telling everyone to sell everything at $18? Lol. Over 23 and running on Monday. You are clueless. And then I did respond. And then he says, so we can agree that you were quite obviously mistaken and gave horrible advice when you said to sell everything on Friday, right? Well, in retrospect, selling at 18 doesn't seem like such a bad idea now, does it? Yeah, apparently I am clueless and I give horrible advice. So you guys should have taken this guy's advice. You should have just held, you know? You should have held it, and you should keep holding it right now. Yeah, of course. No. So we can see this one didn't age well, and my horrible advice probably would have saved this guy a lot of money. Now he's bag holding. I don't have any sympathy. You know? You try to help people, you try to tell them not to be dumb, and they just choose to be dumb. So what you gonna do? And here's the last one. It's not too bad, but kind of funny. It's by Mark the Golf Addict. He says, buyout incoming. It will be $70 plus per share. $70 a share? What are you smoking? Give me some of that, man. I need some of that. $70. Please. Okay, and that was the first official segment of Haters Gon' Hate. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun doing that. I have a lot of fun going back and forth with the haters. See, I can admit when I'm wrong, alright? I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. Everybody is wrong. But the goal is to be right more than you're wrong. And I've been doing this for a pretty long time now, almost 10 years, ever since I was a teenager, right? I've built a pretty good track record up to this point. You know, you guys can think I'm clueless, but all I do is I come with data, I come with facts, I come with research, not speculation. I just give you guys my personal opinion, and you can choose to listen or not to listen, but ultimately, I just want to help you guys out. I don't want you guys to lose money, and I want to make you guys money. Now, when the haters are wrong, where the haters at? Where the haters at? Oh, they're nowhere to be found. They got nothing to say now, right? And you best believe I'm gonna respond to every single one of them. You best believe I'm gonna respond to every single one of them. And I bet you none of them have anything to say. Absolutely nothing to say. They're all like, you know, when the thing is running up, but as soon as it tanks, nowhere to be seen. And it's funny because they want to come at me with this hate with a fake name, right? It's not even their real name, and they're not putting their face on the internet. Well, I am, so my reputation's at stake. You know, they can just sit behind the computer and just do their keyboard warrior troll thing. Whatever, I don't care. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. That was Haters Gon' Hate. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Thanks, everyone, for watching today. Please, like the video. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. And just a reminder, at 100 subs, one of you guys is gonna win this Xbox Series S. We're almost there. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. Not financial advice. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys on Monday, everyone. Have a great weekend.